Um, we might have another break. We might just power through it for like another hour or so. It's 9 now, so yep, yeah. We'll just keep on keeping on. Alrighty.
Is this the last hour?
I'm not sure. We'll probably just keep playing, and then if we come to a point, we'll play for at least another hour or so, and then if we find a point that seems good, we can probably call it. But yeah, right now they're still zombies. The three of you are still kind of encircled in this horde that Akula has already gotten himself out of. And so, what shall the three of you do?
So I'm going to whistle Maria. She's kind of been circling overhead, and at my signal, she swoops down a little bit over the heads of these zombies that are in our way and screeching loudly to try to draw their attention away.
Cool. Righty.
Do I need to roll anything for that? I don't know how this works.
Is she going to help out with a? Let's see.
Could she help me defy danger?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her screeching can absolutely be like her helping you get out of the way as she's just doing some sort of crazy call that's gonna make them look up and.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Let's see.
I guess technically that's not actually in the rules. That's not one of my command.
Oh yeah, it's not.
So maybe she just does that as flavor, and then I keep shooting zombies.
Gotcha. Yeah, actually, if you want to have it like, you can recontextualize it as her like shrieking and like kind of like trying like swooping, doing like swoops to try and distract them as you attack to like keep them distracted so you can aim better.
That sounds good.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's a 12.
Awesome. Alrighty. Yep. Roll your damage. 4. Gotcha. Yeah. So you she's like swooping down, and like a zombie is like going like, up at her. She's like trying to keep it distracted, and you just fire off an arrow and like hit it in the jaw, and it just like kind of like collapses over.
Would she add? It's like it says add its ferocity to your damage, or was that because it was part of the bonus?
Was it to damage or to the roll?
It says to damage.
Damage. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you still got a 10, and we add 2 to the damage. Yep. So yeah, you
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So it's just like clawing and stuff and actually doing damage. Yep. Or it opens it up and you get better shots either way.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you like this kind of like it's kind of like a single line of zombies in front of you. So you took out one of them, and so there's like a space in this like a small little wave of them, and there's like a big horde of them like that are inching their way towards you from behind.
Mm-hmm. So I feel fairly certain that Shar can take care of himself, but not so sure about Giles. So when this gap opens up, I like point that out. It's like, yeah, that way. Let's go quick and head that way myself.
Yeah, I take off right after Cress and just look at the closest zombie and shoot out a little volley from my hand.
Gotcha. Yep.
Let's see.
Ooh.
And don't do so well.
Alrighty.
Mark at speed.
And so, yeah, if you do your thing, like where you like kind of put out your hand, you start to gather like the magical energy to fire it out, and you hear like a weird sound, not that sound, but a weird sound from behind you. That's like a kind of thing. And if you look, like you like feel the magic that's in your hand, like being like sucked away, like all the energy that you're forming up is just slowly leaving. Like it's like turns into this weird black ooze rather than like that like light colored energy that you shot out before, and like slithers up around your arm, and like you feel it like leap off of you and like go behind. And if you like follow its trail back, it like shoots up towards the stage where Lyria was, and she has like this other like another it's kind of like the same looking thing. That's another crystal. This one's like a weird green, like dark green color, and like that black ooze that was your missile like, gets absorbed into the crystal.
Intriguing.
And she's up there like doing like that weird creepy grin, just like making some sort of loud cackling like a witch, as witches do.
I just nope and running after Chris.
Nope. All right, cool. Are you gonna try to like kind of get through that little the
Yeah, I'm
space?
just gonna try to like dive through that little gap that she pointed out and
Sure, yeah. So Cress, you were able to kind of get through it like in times, but the gap's closing a little bit. So it's like you're gonna have to like basically like slip your way through. Like there's still a good amount of space that you can use, but like the zombies are kind of closing it. So try to figure out a way to ask you to defy danger without asking you to defy danger.
let's see. My dex is okay.
Well, you can defy danger with anything if it makes sense.
Right? Yeah. True.
You could use your intelligence if there were some way you could use intelligence for this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a comical slapstick more adventure.
Banana peel.
Wait, what's really? I don't know.
Well, it looks like I got a 6 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mark XP.
Yes, don't forget to mark XP for
Perfect.
any failure.
Remember, you can't use XP if you're dead. Just
Oh, darn it. My plan.
Still off 12 HP.
So you're like kind of like moving up into this like slowly closing gap of like between like two zombie arms that are like going and as you like dip and like kind of go to get through, one of the claws like just like kind of scratches along your back. And so could you do a d6? Okay. Yep, it kind of gets through. Did you have armor?
1 armor.
Okay, yep. So yep, subtract the armor from that, and then you take 3. Yep. So it kind of like trails along your armor, and it's like the point of their weird yellowy claw just kind of like there's a few scratches along your back. But yeah, you're out of the crowd, and so Char, you're all alone with a bunch of zombies.
Oh, I know. He's loving it. In fact, Char looks to Lyria as that black ooze has absorbed its way into her crystal, and he starts laughing and bellows out that I am Char Kosi, the Goliath. And he says, my people, and I've been hitting through this random ones for a long time. Here we go. My people are the legionnaires of Kenzal, demon lord of the abyss. You think you can scare me with your small little tricks? And he just goes and like tries to take as big of a cleave as he can, probably the the thin line, not the
Right, yeah.
big advancing line.
Awesome. What was the name? Was it Legionnaires of who?
Kenzal, Quenzal.
Awesome. We are going to talk about him later and who the heck that is. But for now, why don't you attack some of these zombies?
Oh, gladly.
Through the thing, it almost sounded like a little horn.
Yeah, so just 2d6 plus strength. 8.
Cool. All right, roll your damage.
Roll my damage. Am I still getting the +2 from my move earlier?
Absolutely.
So 9 damage.
Cool. Yep. So you cut through like a good portion of these the thin line that's in front of you, and you have a clear path to the rest of the group.
Yeah, it
Akula,
probably takes it.
Cool. Akula, were you waiting for them at all, or are you just noping the heck out of there?
I will wait.
Okay. Were you gonna go through the mansion to go to the road, or around it?
I'm gonna go around the mansion with all the.
It's like a choose your own adventure book. So you like turn the page and like wait to see. Yeah, cool. Or yeah, so you're like kind of all heading in that direction, and as you like kind of sprint and keep running away, you hear Lyria just like on the stage, just like doing her like loud cackle, and she just like cries out, "All will fall before the Ashrenites," as you leave, and the zombies are just down there, like trying to find some dead body that they can gnaw on. So basically, the zombies are pretty much all back there with all the people. So up here, now that you're getting like you kind of come around the around
I'm
the
a little
mansion.
confused. Sorry, how did Scar get out or Char?
He like just slashed like there's only like a few that were like in front of them, and so he like slashed through them.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought he was gonna fight Laura or whatever her name is.
No, I just yelled at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could take you on, bye.
Hey.
Just you wait.
You think you scared me?
Scary.
I'm running away.
now. Bye.
I'll take you on when I have a few more experience points, but for now I leave.
Well, it's funny you say that because the first thing he says when we kind of stop to catch our breath is like, "Guys, I think we should go kill her."
You guys, it's like the mansion's like a big like kind of like wide like two like wide towers, and then like kind of like a thing like, coming between them. And so you kind of come around the wide tower like to the front, and you're like maybe stop to catch your breath, and then yeah, Shar says that like, should we go back and fight her?
Akula doesn't even respond to that. He just keeps moving. He's just like, "What is wrong with you?" But he doesn't say anything. It's like you can go get killed if you want to.
He just says, "I've never known you to back down from a fight before, Akula." Or has he? Is that something you do?
I mean, sounds like. I mean, this is.
It kind of sounds like you pick your battles.
This is between PCs, so like,
yeah.
I get to kind of decide what my response is, but I kind of want you to roll. I want to see how persuasive Scar can be. Like, it sounds like you're kind of testing my manlyhood. So,
I mean,
maybe you roll charisma. Or...
I do think
to roll parlay, you need like leverage. So if you think you have leverage over Akula, then feel free to roll parlay. But without leverage, it's not really like a roll. So right now it's just the two of you talking.
Yeah, I just thought you shared my hunger for glory and that the earth will tremble at our passing. So,
I mean, I'm sure zombie you can get glory. Go for it. I'm gonna go live normal, not undead life.
I'm gonna go over here and just live.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. So does Akula like actually like you like is Akula usually like smart enough to pick his battles?
He definitely doesn't like what was going. I was about to say, yeah, like once he got out of the battle and kind of cooled down, and like that fearlessness wore off, he would actually, not obviously he'd be trying not to show it, but he's actually pretty scared by that sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah, cool.
That's really a natural dark shit that he doesn't have any understanding of.
Oh yeah, because you're actually you don't trust Giles because he uses magic, and now there's this other crazy weird magic that brought dead people back to life.
I'm from a place where magic is not scientific at all. It's completely mysterious.
Yeah.
and we just watched like 100-something people immediately get turned into monsters.
Right. Cool.
So if you know Kula well, or you're intuitive, you probably can see like the terror behind his eyes. But he's a very hardened person, so it's not that easy.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely not showing very, unless you like knew him extremely well. Like he's just kind of being cold. And
if you want to say you can see that in him, you can. It doesn't matter to me whether you see that or not. But he likes honorable,
right?
Not necessarily honorable fights, but good, clean fights.
Yeah.
And
zombies do not fight fair.
Right, natural at all. No, he wants to leave. He wants to get as far away from this as possible.
Definitely. Cool. Yep. So you guys, like stop to catch your breath for just a second, and then you come back, keep going back up and around, and so you're like the kind of like the front of the mansion, the party was supposed to be like a 1-day thing. Like it's only a few, it's a few miles from town, but like it's still like far enough away that like people would have to like take something here. And so there's a few like carriages and some like basically a few like big like there's like big carts for like the commoners, and then there's like the fancy carriages for like all the rich other.
If there's shit to steal, I'm in. But I want to do
there's like a few like there's like a line of like the rich carriages over on the left, and then there's like just normal looking like carts that could fit a bunch of people and like some horses and crap.
I'll just pick the richest looking carriage that's not occupied and take it.
Cool. As you like you run up to like the carriage in the front, and it's like they kind of have like a like the I guess like an Eastern Asian kind of vibe, like that, like the towers on like each corner, and they kind of come in like a sloping like and pointed roof, kind of like with like edges on it, and the door is like a kind of like a triangle, and as you like kind of like pull it back and like it folds open, you see the Duke Silvermane sitting in that carriage, and like as the door opens, he just like skirts like slams back against the back and just like oh.
I don't even know what to do. I just try to man the carriage and get the horses going.
You all survived, and he like kind of as soon as like he sees that you're not zombies or demons, and so he like kind of clambers forward, and as you like kind of get up to get the carriage going, and like how did you get out of there?
Akula's just getting the carriage ready. He's not going to respond.
He's just ignoring him.
Barely.
Are the three of you coming up to the carriage as well?
I'm gonna just find a horse for myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in the carriage.
Okay.
Just going past him.
Yep. It's like, excuse me.
Is there like a perch or something on the back of the carriage or something, like so he doesn't have to be inside but can still ride along?
Yeah, probably. Like on the back of it, there's like just decorative like things coming out, but like you could like make your way up there and kind of hang on.
Yeah, I think he kind of just hangs on one arm, maybe over the side or something too.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe up to the side or something, but
awesome.
He doesn't like tight spaces.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So what's the plan? Are you guys gonna just get out of here and head back? Head somewhere?
Yep. Head back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that there's a zombie horde here.
Cool. Yeah. So
they're just gonna ask us to kill her.
Can you guys actually just go back, please? So do the four of you live in Halford Gamgee?
I don't. I'm a vagabond.
The wanderer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so fond of larger cities, so I don't live here. Maybe, I swing by and stay for a night or two, but not permanently.
Yeah.
Well, if we're kind of like adventurers and have been adventuring together for a little while, maybe that's just been our life. We've never really kind of settled down for a little while, go place to place.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So this is kind of just more of a, we should tell somebody that this happened, not heading back to recuperate kind of thing. Just go there, tell somebody, and then see what happens after that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Char thinks Duke has that under control.
Mm-hmm. So as the characters Coolio start get the horses going and they start to pull out and Cress is kind of riding to the side of you. You get it's kind of like a circle that the path coming up to the mansion, and so you kind of go around and start to head out. That in the carriage, the Duke is looking looking out and then looking out and looks back at Giles we're just going to leave?
Yep. Yeah, your daughter's not exactly someone I want to be messing with right now.
Watch your tongue.
No. you saw exactly what she did in there.
I think if Akula were back there, he would kill the guy immediately. He's busy driving the carriage.
Yep.
Yeah, I just looked at him and it's like, no, you saw exactly what she did back there. There's no way that I'm messing with her until we get a few things figured out.
Cool. Okay, yeah. He's like, but this is my home. We better come back and take it. You plan on
It's
doing
not
so?
yours anymore.
He just it's like we're just really flustered and he's upset. He's oddly doesn't seem upset about his daughter, but just the fact that he has to leave his stuff.
Sucks.
Whatever.
My fifth home is ruined. I'll have to live in a.
That's my second summer home, and I only have one summer home to stay at. How dreadful!
Where am I supposed to summer now?
Where am I supposed to go when my summer home is starting to get boring? Gosh, that'd be so dreadful. Okay, he's like fussing, but not putting up any sort of resistance or fight or anything.
Char is he did have a lot of nice wine. Now he's working on Giles.
Yeah.
Hey, you just see Giles go, no. Maybe on our way back through.
Cool.
That's next session.
Episode 2, Quest for the Wine.
The switch, yeah.
All right. So, Akula, what's the path? What's the road back to town? Is curvy? Does it have to go through some stuff? Is it fairly straightforward?
I honestly just pictured the most boring landscape. I guess sort of like Italy. There's Rome, and then there's rolling hills of vineyards and farms and just fields, and then they have their estates out there. Mm-hmm. But if you want to say it's a little more complicated than that, volcano.
And Kilimanjaro just bursts out of the ground in front of you.
It's actually a floating void, right? That we're crossing through, and there's shattered.
Go through a black hole, which is inside of a wormhole.
Yeah, they're not horses; they're Pegasuses.
There's a river we have to cross, which legends say you're not supposed to cross at night. But obviously, we don't have time to wait for daytime.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
So, I'm a little worried about that, but
Mhm.
I'm more worried about the zombies. So maybe somebody wants to roll spout lore on this river and the crossing and what's dangerous about it.
Yeah, absolutely. If someone wants to see what they like, see what have something they know about the river and this allegedly spooky crossing.
Yeah, I'll roll spout lore.
And if you roll failure, something bad does happen. It's not just like you don't know it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
bad happens.
When you fail, I get to make a move, and so yeah.
That just makes it more interesting.
Sometimes nothing happens.
Just want to make sure you know what you're getting into, just by trying to remember stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Giles. All right. Yeah, just to explain the move, since it's the first time we've used spout lore. Basically, on a hit, I tell you something about what you're spouting lore about. On a 7 to 9, it's just something interesting, and it's up to you to make it useful. Like, basically, it'll just be like a fact, and then whether that's even pertinent will be up to you later, like when you happen across it. If you got a 10 plus, I tell you something interesting and useful, and then on a miss, it's like any other miss. And I kind of talking about the game, at least I like that missing has can be very have some very severe consequences. It's a very cool way to prevent players from just saying, I spout lore about this, I spout lore about this, I spout lore about this.
It's really nice because
that encourages me to spout lore about everything.
Right, yeah.
I love it when I miss.
failure has a reward. You get an EXP, but obviously
yeah, exactly.
Bad happens too.
Cool, yeah.
But you get a 7, so you get an interesting kind of
Giles, you kind of rack your mind about the path from here to what the hell's the name of this town again? Halford Gamgee. Halford Gamgee. And the town is named Halford Gamgee after one of the first followers of Azazel. He was like one of this is all like according to like myth and legend. Allegedly, he was one of the first people to go to this lord and ask for the power of magic. And so once the lord gave people magic and people were like started studying it and everything, he came here and basically started this town. He was one of the people that wanted to use magic as a basically to get rich, and so he kind of started this town as to be where all the rich people go when they do their thing, and he wanted the town to be successful. But he was betrayed by someone. The identity changes depending on whoever tells the story. But he was betrayed, and it's said that his body lies beneath this bridge over this river that's between the mansion and the town. So could you, Giles, what is the name of this river, and where did you learn that fact? Or where did you hear that story from?
All right.
I don't know, but clearly the Asher-Knights killed him.
If you believe the propaganda.
This is the Bog Beast stream.
Bog Beast stream?
And I learned this tale while I was drinking in a bar or a tavern in town about a week ago.
Cool. So it was just some drunken tale told at the...
Yep, we were just sitting there. I was making my beer taste like a nice gin and tonic. And everybody was just telling stories about the town since I hadn't heard them before.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like the local tall tale of like, oh, you know why our town's named this? Well, here's the story, friend. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, this is why you don't go out there and
Right,
cross
yeah.
the river. And so that his body is still there. And
Yep. A warning told to drunkards and children about not going out at night. Cool. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's like an hour or so. You guys are kind of like going along at a decent pace to get back. But yeah, like the party was like about like in the evening, like later afternoon or so, and now it's getting into the evening, and the sun's kind of starting to set. And those of you that know about this tale, namely Giles, know that, you know, according to myth, you really shouldn't be around this bridge at nighttime. But what do you do? That's what it seems like it's going to be doing. So as you keep marching along, and the sun kind of keeps going down, and it's getting darker. The Bogby Stream is a fairly wide river. Like the bridge is like it during like busy times when it's like kind of like there's a lot of merchants. Like there's a toll, but right now it's kind of like the like it's fall. It's like autumn. It's almost kind of getting towards winter. So like now is not really a popular time for merchants to be coming. So it's not like tolled right now. It's just pretty much open. But yeah, it's like a wide bridge over this big river, and you can kind of see it in the distance as you're approaching it. The night, it was fairly like everything was like fairly clear, like maybe like even just like a half hour ago, but especially emanating from the stream, you see a lot of fog, like fairly dense. Like you can still see the actual like beginning of the bridge and like parts of the river, but like especially over the river and kind of like slowly emanating out like in your direction and away. Yeah, it's there's some fog like surrounding in front of you.
I kind of just shout out to Akola to, hey, let's stop the carriage here for a second. I've heard some stories about crossing this river at night, and I want to see if there's some sort of magic at work, and see if we can make sure that it's going to be safe to cross.
Kula isn't quite sure how to feel. He doesn't trust the words of the weird magic user. He believes your story too, though, because he's superstitious. So he's like really unsure about what to do. Ultimately, he stops the carriage, trying his best to pretend like he wasn't indecisive or conflicted at all.
Yeah, so the Duke in the carriage like looks at you, Giles, and he's like, "Yes, good thinking. Does everyone each have a coin?"
No.
But
Why
no,
would we need coins?
To cross this bridge at night, you must pay a tribute.
Tribute to what?
The guardian of the river. Haven't you heard the story before?
I have no coin. Do you?
Well, you're pretty rich, huh?
Well,
I'm sure you won't find paying for all of us.
I don't just carry all my coin on me.
You don't have 4 coins you can spare.
I mean, neither do we.
I was at a party.
I'm gonna like. Somebody else do something before I do what I'm about to do.
Well, so I'm not so sure about this whole like guardian of the river thing, but the whole I've been around enough to learn not to believe every story you hear, but after what I saw earlier at the mansion, I'm trying to be careful. So
yeah, that's gotta be really difficult in like a medieval fantasy thing like this, because like these tales could be real or they could not be.
Right.
And perhaps I can see if I can contact.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you have a spell, don't you?
Yeah, you just might have that.
That is.
Yes. I can see if I can contact the our soul and see what he has to say about this.
Sweet.
Yeah, your other spell would have been pretty good too.
Yeah, that was the other one that I was thinking. But, all right.
Yeah, go and talk to this dude.
So I'm going to go up and just get close to the bridge and, perform my little summoning spell, have my, pull out my little spell book, leaf through the pages and find the one that I'm looking for, and then just start reciting it and move my hand over the ground.
Cool.
And 7.
Would you have objected if Shar followed you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah. He probably would
I
have
just
wanted
feel
to
a
let you
little
go
bit
off
safer.
Okay. So